The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster is finally here. I'm not gonna lie to you boys and girls, I have never played this game before, nor really dabbled in Elder Scrolls at all. At the time of the release, I was like 6 years old and I was probably building Lego or something. Hang on, now I'm 24 building Lego. Anyways, the game is out and there is only one thing left to do, and that is get the glorious Platinum Trophy. This was a blast, kind of. My name is Rezi and I have a newfound addiction to gaining Platinum Trophies, so if you love playing games and getting absolutely everything that you can out of them, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to see more. I'd just like to add that I went straight for the platinum. I didn't really dabble in all of the parts and pieces of like what Elder Scrolls really is. I kind of just went for the trophies, so I probably did miss a lot, or I may have not played the game the same way you might have done, but I did enjoy it towards the end especially. This is definitely a game that I'm going to be playing in my own time and just grinding off camera, so let's get into this. The first thing to do was make our character, and to be honest, I hate the pressure of making my own character in video games, but after some very poor decisions, I kind of made Geralt from The Witcher, since the way that I wanted to play this game was just use a big sword and slice my way through. Safe to say I did that. Just like to quickly add, I chose the Nord race and maybe the warrior class. I don't think it matters too much, I'm not really sure, I lost most of my skill points going to jail anyway. That's that done. Waking up in a prison cell and we meet this emperor. Pre-warning, I don't know any of the Elder Scrolls lore. This is just my take from playing the game and going from the platinum, so I may get some character connections wrong or names or something. I'm not too sure. This quest here is just like the tutorial, so we follow him down into the tunnels and a little bit of a tomb, and he gets targeted by some assassins and we must protect him. Things start to get heated very fast and the emperor turns to us and trusts us with this thing called the Amulet of Kings. After giving us this, he tells us to take it to a guy called Joffrey, whoever that is, in before he gets sliced up and I need to make my escape because things were getting hot. Coming to the end of the sewers here, I'm met by these Skyrim gates. I mean, I only know this logo from the Skyrim game, but it gives us our first trophy, and just look at my reaction to how good this game looks. Oh, I got my first trophy. Escape the Imperial sewers. Sweet. Let's go. Oh, this looks insane. Oh my God. Now that I'm free to do whatever I want, I go straight into the main quest, as to be honest, I didn't know where to go at first. In hindsight, I wish I looked at a guide here just to get a well-rounded start, but we love a janky playthrough. Arriving to Joffrey to give him the amulet, we are tasked to go find the Emperor's heir. I think there's some weird family drama or something, but it led us to a guy called Martin. On my way to Kvatch, where this Martin guy supposedly is, the city was under threat from monsters coming through the Oblivion Gate. Oh my God, did the Oblivion Gate look cool. This thing had so much aura around it. Now, I was clueless when I got here and I just didn't know what to do for the first 40 minutes, but I finally figured out how to close the Oblivion Gate, and that's it. The game's done. The Oblivion Gates are closed. Finished. Oh, I did a good. Closed an Oblivion Gate. Oh, I see. It's like a little boss dungeon thing. Just kidding, we had this castle to defend, so in order to do this it meant killing a bunch of enemies. Then making our way all the way through, we found out that the count of this town is dead. This basically finishes off the quest. Next up was to find this guy called Martin, you know, the heir to the emperor. So we found Martin, and next up was to go with him so he can start his journey of becoming the emperor. There wasn't too much to this quest. I killed a few things and then we headed to Cloud Ruler Temple, which was an insane location. It looks so good. Now this is where I completely changed my whole playthrough. I looked at the trophy list and I wanted to end this playthrough in a very specific way. This meant I needed to get all of the side quest lines done. These quest lines are broken down into 5 guilds essentially. The first one being the Arena, the second being the Thieves Guild, third the Dark Brotherhood, fourth the Mages Guild, and then finally the Fighters Guild. I started off with the Arena since I saw it was the shortest one to do, and you can get some solid gear to start the game out with. Oh. Hit Dog Arena. Join the arena. I may or may not have put the difficulty on the easiest and one-tapped everything though. So with that, it took me around an hour or so to smash out all of the trophies here. And to be honest, after playing them all, I think the arena was the most fun out of all of them. Grand Champion of the Arena. Let's go. I completed the whole quest line. Gang.
I'm out of here.
Next on the guild list was the Thieves Guild, as it seemed quite cool and I ran into some problems very quickly. I started off doing these quests completely fine, but because I didn't understand the fencing aspect nor the lockpicking, I found myself pretty much stuck. I was too stubborn to Google things at this point in the game, and as soon as I ran out of lockpicks, I just gave up immediately. Giving up, however, led to another trophy by joining the Dark Brotherhood. Right, let's go from side quest to side quest. Let's get through the Dark Brotherhood this time. The Dark Brotherhood is actually quite cool, and it's like this group of assassins, and coming from somebody that loves the Assassin's Creed games, I did kind of enjoy this one. It did get weird very fast as we met this vampire looking dude, and I think you can actually become a vampire in this game, but I didn't do that in this playthrough as, like I say, I'm just going for the platinum trophy. I killed a random dude, and then coming back to the vampire, I reached the rank of Slayer in the Dark Brotherhood. The way a lot of these trophies works is do a couple side quests, rank up, the trophy pops, and I won't bore you with the details on the quest, so let's keep them moving. A couple more dead people and returning to the vampire, he offers us to turn into one, but like I said, I'm not doing that. But for now, I'm the rank of Eliminator in the Dark Brotherhood. Not much to say on these next ones. I killed a few guys and got a more fitting rank this time, and I am now worthy of the rank of Assassin in the Dark Brotherhood. Moving through the quest, the guy that recruited me has shown us a new secret location, as he doesn't trust people in the Brotherhood. As you can imagine, this is going to mean that I go back to the original hideout and kill every single one of them. So we did that with absolute ease and then returned to the new hideout just to receive the rank of Silencer of the Dark Brotherhood. This next rank honestly took me ages. I think it was like 7 quests, but it all led up to a final quest that gave us the rank of Speaker. All of the quests were just very simple, not much to them at all. Now with this final quest, we get some weird cult activities and find somebody called the Night Mother. It makes total sense just to kill everyone and speak to her directly, and then finally we complete the Dark Brotherhood questline. Now surely it would make more sense for me to go back to the Thieves Guild since I started that, however I did not. I took it upon myself to join the Mages Guild. Yeah, another little distraction, but let's get going. In order to move to the next rank, I had to travel around the map to 7 different locations and get recommendations from all of these NPCs. You're gonna see my reaction to getting this.
Hey, Apprentice Mages Guild. That took ages to do. I think that was like almost 3 hours just to get in. Oh my god.
Right, now onto our task of getting to the next rank. We've got to hunt down a mage's staff. This was actually really quite simple. I talk to a guy, go in a cave, and then take it. And then I give it back to Delmar, or whatever their name is. Wait 24 hours, and that's kind of how a lot of these quests went. They weren't too complicated, but doing this, I have now reached the rank of Journeyman. Genuinely, this was 10 minutes later, not even kidding. 1 quest, and I'm already the rank of Evoker in the Mages Guild. This next quest was actually quite fun. I had to go into this like fantasy looking tombs, and it was like the first one I really went into, and I had to steal this mask. Shame it was over so quickly, but for doing it I reached the rank of Conjurer in the Mages Guild. On to the next one now, and I've got to go find a book. I'm not going to bore you with the details on this one, but being the magician that I am and doing a little bit of time skipping, boom, rank of Magician in the Mages Guild. Another very short quest later, I make it to the rank of Warlock in the Mages Guild. Only 1 or 2 more ranks to go. Let's keep it moving. This next quest had us slashing up some vampires and all things cool, but gave us the rank of Wizard in the Mages Guild.
You're a wizard, Harry.
On to the next one now, and it involved us getting an amulet and a helmet. Nothing too crazy. It was just go here, find this, pick it up, bring it back. But now I'm a master wizard. Final quest of the Mages Guild now, and it was to confront the king. Sounds super interesting, but it really wasn't. I just went and found this guy, sliced him up, and then returning back to the university to end off the quest line.
Oh, that was a bit late, but completed the Mages Guild questline. Let's go on to the Thieves next, I think. I already started it, but I ran out of lockpicks. So now we'll go back, because I've got like 400.
Okay, finally, I'm gonna go back to the Thieves Guild, which I started earlier. Finished the quest I got stuck on before, and since I may or may not have duped a bunch of lockpicks, don't worry, I have short form content on this and how to do it, as well as a TikTok full of short form content, so feel free to check those out. We made it to the rank of Footpad in the Thieves Guild. Now let's get going through these ranks. We got quite a few to go. These were a little tedious, especially with the fencing. I basically had to go around stealing them and then selling the goods to different merchants to meet the requirements for the next rank. So with some backwards and forwards and stealing some things, I made it all the way to the rank of Bandit.
Hey, Bandit. Reach bandit rank in the Thieves Guild. Let's go. These ones are a little bit more tricky, I think. They're a little bit more time consuming. I like them though.
This next quest was to steal a family ring, which will actually have some importance later on. However, I won't bore you with the details on how I got it. Pretty much, I snuck into some private quarters and robbed it. Simple as that. But now, I am the rank of Prowler in the Thieves Guild. Believe it or not, I had to steal some more things from people's homes, and I got a very fitting rank promotion to now being a cat burglar within the Thieves Guild. To be honest, at this point during these quests, it got a little bit tedious and annoying as I needed to fence so much. I think it was like 1,000 gold total in order to get through the ranks. But long story short, I had to get this letter forged and steal a few more things, and here we are now at the rank of Shadowfoot. As the quests were progressing, we got to speak to the Grey Fox, who is this infamous thief across all of Skyrim. He seemed to be quite an interesting character, but we essentially had to run a few errands for him. As much as these quests towards the end were cool, it dragged like crazy. I was just backwards and forwards through so much, and we did get to go through a few layers and tombs, and I did get lost quite a few times, but my god, the quests were dragging. I did now achieve the ultimate rank of Master Thief, and that was it before the final quest within the Thieves Guild. The ultimate heist was the final quest that we needed to do, and my god was it a long one. I'll leave my reaction in at the end, as I basically messed up the quest and it set me back 3 hours of playtime. I had to reload an old save and it was horrible. Safe to say, by the end of this quest, I was honestly just so done, but it was my own mistake. The quest was good, but because I messed up, it just made it horrible for me. At the end of the quest, however, we see the Grey Fox reveal his identity to become the Count of this town once again. Then he hands over the Grey Fox mask and we get the trophy of the Guild Master.
Let's go! Guild Master. That took ages. I lost 3 hours of progress because I messed up the final, the ultimate heist, I think it's called. Oh my god. That's done. Thank the Lord. And now we're on to the Fighters Guild. We're good to go.
Finally, the last quest line to go through, and I think I was at around 20 hours at playtime at this point. So let's join the Fighters Guild by talking to this woman here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, these quests kind of sucked. I literally had to go to this woman's basement and kill some rats. But hey, at least I'm an apprentice in the Fighters Guild now. This next trophy took me 4 minutes, I'm not even kidding. I might speed it up in the edit, but literally I had to help a shop owner with some thieves, and that's it. Job done. I am now a journeyman of the Fighters Guild.
Let's just rank up again. Solid work, solid work. Let's have a look at that. Reach journeyman rank in the Fighters Guild. Beautiful stuff.
I wish there was more to say about this one, but there isn't. Next up was running some errands to help the locals and put me at the rank of swordsman. This quest line so far was going so fast, which was good because honestly, after doing so many, I just wanted to get on with the main story. Being a good person in these quests didn't last too long, as I was tasked with killing a bunch of thieves in a den. I get that they're thieves, but slaughtering this many guys? Come on. The rank of protector really didn't seem fitting, as I just killed all of those thieves, but hey ho, we're flying through these quests. But there was more unfinished business to be had, and we had to go run some more errands and kill some more people. Maybe by now you can tell that I wasn't having much fun, but it was my fault for going through them all in one go. It felt very much like, go here, kill this person, wait around, go to quest giver, and that was it. But I am now a defender of the Fighters Guild. Not that I was defending anyone, only slaying them with my sword. Time to wander through the tombs, kill more enemies, and go through more dungeons. These quests were a saving grace to this game, however, but after doing it this many times, it did get repetitive fast. Nonetheless, I am now a warder of the Fighters Guild. Just going to mention this now, I will drop a link to some guides that I followed to help me get through these quests, as to be honest, I would have got stuck quite a lot and would have been stuck for hours without these guides. Tell you what, you're not going to believe this, but I killed a few more enemies, returned to the quest giver, and there it is, the rank of Guardian in the Fighters Guild. You guessed it, more tombs, more dungeons, but this time we pick up a stone of Elysia or something like that, return it back to Azan, and he gives us the champion rank of the Fighters Guild. There was probably some crazy lore to the Fighters Guild ending, but did I listen to that? Absolutely not. I followed the objective and slayed whatever was in front of me like a brain dead zombie, but this brain dead zombie was now the master of the Fighters Guild.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do it. Let's go, Master. Complete the Fighters Guild questline. That's all of the side objectives done. Now I can get going on the main story and finish this game. I wanted to get all of the side stuff done so I can just enjoy the story. This game has been a little bit meh so far, in my opinion. I never played it as a kid, so yeah, it's not like hitting much nostalgia. However, I'm enjoying it to an extent. It's a lot of backwards and forwards because I'm constantly doing side stuff. So hopefully the story really ramps this game up to like an 8, 9 or a 10 out of 10. But let's get going on it.
Yeah, like I said, it's time to get on with the main story now. In this moment, I was actually so excited to go and do the main quest, and it felt like a massive reward after completing 20-something hours of side quests. Honestly, I tell you what, my reaction to the end of this story made the whole game worth it. I did say before I wasn't going to go into any crazy lore or anything, so I'll just give a brief run through of the quests that I went on in order to get the trophies. First things first, I need to go hunt down some books, which I'm assuming have some important information regarding how we can close the Oblivion gates for good. On our travels, we made it to the Dagon Shrine, which gave us a trophy. Not too sure why this had some special meaning, but we keep it moving. The next part was infiltrate this cult and steal a book. I think I was meant to be sneaky here, however, I was not at all, and I just killed everyone that I saw. I returned back to Martin as he is learning how we can close the gates for good. There is going to be a lot of backwards and forwards here for the remaining quests. I needed to go get a Daedric artifact next, and I hope that I'm saying that right. I assume these artifacts give you some cool powers and abilities, but after obtaining my first one, I gave it back to Martin. I did look on the guide and there was about 15 that you can collect across the map. In my opinion, this would have been a really cool trophy to have if you had to go get them all, but I guess we don't have to do all that work. I got the trophy for delivering this Daedric artifact back to Martin so he could use it for something insane later on. I make my way to Bruma since the gate to Oblivion had opened, so by helping these guys out, they become our friends, which will be a great help later on at the end of the game. I then had to go run an errand for Joffrey here to retrieve some armor, back to Martin before moving on. Martin had instructed us to go find a stone in a ruin on the map. As you can imagine, this involved a few puzzles, killing a few enemies before grabbing it. This was a really nice and simple quest before returning the stone back to Martin just to finish it off. I did things a little differently here as I was meant to go around the map looking for support and allies to help us with this insane battle at the end, but not gonna lie, I just lowered the difficulty and thought, screw it, I'm gonna one-man army this. Safe to say it did work, well to an extent. The Oblivion gates opened at Bruma and Martin gave us a heroic speech before the battle. Now this part of the game was the best bit, one huge final fight, or so I thought. I had to keep fighting these enemies to keep Martin alive here until the Great Gate opened. This worked like any of the other gates where we had to work our way all the way to the top of the tower just to close it. This battle was wicked to go through, and then making our way to the top and dragging Martin all the way along with us, just so he knows how to close the gates in the future. I'll leave my reaction to how this went down.
Here it is. Take it. I've done it. Now what? I'm not dying to you. You get one hit. Buddy, what's happening? Whoa, I'm spinning. Oh! Destroyed the Great Gate. Now what do we do? About Roman's word, now give the stone to Martin.
While playing, I thought this was it. I thought this was going to be the end of the story. But oh boy was I wrong. Things were only ramping up for the better. Remember all of those items that I'd gathered for Martin? Well, he had constructed a portal into a place called Paradise, and this was so cool to walk through. It was genuinely beautiful. I needed to go through here as I needed to grab the Amulet of Kings, which got stolen. You know, remember that amulet that I got from the Emperor way back at the start of the game? I needed to retrieve it, so I did, and using my big old sword, I swung this guy down and took the amulet for myself. Returning to Martin, it was awesome to see that he was in the Emperor's robes, and I then gave him the Amulet of Kings. I now needed to travel with Martin to Imperial City, so the city will now know that there is a new Emperor in town. But this is where it all went wrong. A massive gate to Oblivion showed up, and things were looking bad. This place turned into a hellhole, and then this huge thing showed up. What is that?
Yo. Wait. We can do damage?
I think my reaction to that was very fair, but I'm going to leave the voiceover here just to cut up my raw reaction to the ending and get this platinum trophy, because I don't think I've ever reacted this much to a video game in my life. It was pure cinema. And if you made it this far in the video, please do drop a like and subscribe to see more. I tried to play a wide variety of games, or just whatever games look cool, so please feel free to drop some suggestions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy my reaction to this godly ending. It gave me absolute goosebumps.
Please don't die. What is going on? Mate, you got this. Yo! Mate, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my god. Come on. Win the fight. Come on. He's like a phoenix. Oh, get him. Bring him down here. I'll stab him. Yo, he's done it. Let's go. Oh my god, that was epic. Does that mean Martin is gone?
The amulet is shattered. Dagon was defeated. With the dragon's blood and the amulet of kings, we have sealed the gates of Oblivion.
Oh my god.
Forever.
We've done it!
The last of the Septims passes now into
Let's go! Complete the main quest line.
For I know my
Is this it? Is this the platinum?
I take my place with my
Let's go! Worldly god! That was so sick! That was so sick!
and a new age dawns.
That ending was amazing.
When the next Elder Scroll is written,
It feels like the game took so long to get started because I did all the side content first, but
the fate of the Empire.
we did it.
These things
That was so sick.
belong to you.
That was so sick. Credits? Nope. Ah. So it's transformed himself into Avatar, Akatosh, Dragon, God of Time. So here he is. Let's go. Let's go. That was a good game.